Ahoy gamers, and welcome back to our series as we're playing through on the hardest challenge that I can think of on Path of Exile. This is playing through as a hardcore, solo self and ruthless character, but we can only obtain gear via the gamble merchant. In this episode we continue off from our fight against Brutus by buying some additional items. After we buy these items, we make our way into the ship graveyard. We take on Captain Fairgraves, we move into the caverns of Wrath and Anger, we find Mervale, and we make it into Act 2. So without further ado, let's jump straight on in. And here we are, back in Path of Exile, so we're playing through as a hardcore, solo self and ruthless character. For twist, I can only use the gamble merchant, who is Bestel here. What does this entail? Well, I have to do a lot of farming to get some gold. Not every mob will drop gold, not every boss will drop gold, and the ones that do, drop very little. So today, we're going to try and finish Act 1. You see our gear here is pretty rubbish, to be perfectly honest. So we are going to try and mix this up a little bit. So we're going to talk to Bestel. We've got a little bit of money here. So the first thing we're going to buy is we're going to get ourselves a random evasion and energy shield. Get ourselves this. So that's not bad. And all res, that's not bad at all. So now we can just use this. We should have a little bit of money left over, so that will give us a evasion and energy shield body. So we're going to get ourselves a new body piece, which there we go. Which isn't perfect, but it's better than nothing. So at the moment we are using, it's actually almost double than what we've got. Good thing about using the gamble merchant is it tends to give you the items on level. So it gives you the closest item to your level, which is not bad because this one gave me a level 18 item, this one gave me a level 16 item, and this one gave me a level 16 item last episode, so it's not bad. And then there's no point me selling or doing anything with these, so I just destroy these. So what skills are we using? So we've got precision on the back bar. We're using predominantly Cobra Lash. We've got Sniper's Mark to do a little bit extra damage, Contagion, a little bit of extra AoE damage, and Steel Skin, which we got the back end of last episode, which is really just in case we're in an oh no moment. Skill tree wise, so we just made our way all the way to Coordination, Blood Siphon, got Will of Blades and Entropy, we've got Fangs of the Viper, we're making our way to Master of Blades now. I wouldn't mind making our way to Void Barrier, down and grab Taste for Blood, and also grab myself Adder's Touch and grab myself this one as well, to get a little bit more chaos resistance and chaos damage over time. But the main goal is for us to head over to Blood Drinker, head up to Circle Life, and then get not high explosives, get Flailing, Backstabbing, and grab ourselves from the shadows. Those are roughly where we want to be. After that, I'm not particularly sure. We have a lot of places we want to go. Damage over time multiplier would be nice as well, and to be quite honest, that's quite far away. But we'll get a little bit of mana regen, we'll get resourcefulness, and we could get ourselves, we don't use claws, we're using daggers, and daggers is over here. Bit of a journey to go. I just wonder if there's anything good around it. Not particularly. Although max energy shield, max life's not bad. But anyway, enough of my rambling. So we got to Prisoner Gate last episode. So we need to make our way to Prisoner Gate into the great ship graveyard, and from then we can then make our way to Mervale. As you see here, the map is level 10. And we are currently, I still don't have a loot filter. Don't have a go at me. It's fine. I'm not seeing enough loot for a loot filter to really matter. So all the mobs are level 10ish. I'm recording this before the first video has gone out, so I don't know whether you guys have given me permission to use currencies. So at the moment I'm not using currencies for this episode. Although I will pick them up just in case. So we are level 18, so we're 8 levels higher than the area. I'm guessing when we get to the final end, I think the last area is level 15, so we should, by the time we get there, it should be about 3 to 4 levels higher than the actual final area. One thing I wouldn't mind, so we'll do one bit of grinding before we finish this act, and that's because I'd like a belt of some sort, or even a ring or an amulet. They're all very expensive, they're in the thousands. So it's a nice to have, not a requirement. But you can see how good Cobra Lash is anyway, which is my skill, my right click, which is the main skill I'm using for damage. Really good damage in a skill. Really good skill to start as a Ruthless character, or just a generic character. So if you don't know what Ruthless is as well, so hardcore, once again, if I die, I lose the character. Solo self-found, I can't trade with other players. I don't think I'm going to play with other players either. And then the Ruthless reduces the loot that's dropped, including gold. Reduces the chance of reduced experience gained to my gems, but not to me, just to my gems. And also reduce means I will not get any support gems from quests, so I can only get support gems from drops. So far I think I've got myself 1 support gem, maybe 2. We've got Ruthless support here, which we can't use. So yeah, we've gotten ourselves 1 support gem, and which we can't use. So it is what it is. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that, but it's a bit of a shame it wasn't one we could use. And like I said in the first episode, we'll probably play this like a kind of like a let's play. So we'll play through most of this. I'll skip out any of the grinding, because if I clear a zone and I go back to grind it, normally if I clear it, I'm quite happy with the difficulty. So we should be able to just grind it a fair bit off camera without the risk of me dying. So I grinded on Brutus for a bit just to get to 1,000 gold. So ship graveyard here. One thing to worry about is there is like a mini boss that spawns. The mini boss is essentially a 2 spirits going to a single mob. 2 spirits are going to the single mob. It's actually quite tough. A little bit of lag here. Okay, we're good. We're good. Have been having problems with my PC recently. That's the reason why I haven't been streaming. Hopefully by the time this comes out, I should have fixed it, and I'll be ready to stream when I come back from work. I have weird shift patterns. So I don't need to actually talk to Fairgraves. I can go and do the quest and then talk to him afterwards, because the quest normally spits you out right next to where he is. So there's 2 areas we can go from here, which is continuing into the caverns of Wrath, and you've got the actual the boat graveyard. I don't know what the place is called, to be quite honest. Which we'll go and do the secondary place first. First thing I want to do is obviously drop contagion on any of these uniques or rares, and there we go. I am allowing myself to pick up flasks and use flasks on the floor. Don't really care for a quicksilver flask. I already have one in the bank, which I've already picked up. So here we go. Here is one of the exits. Let's hope this is the exit that takes us to the side quest. Looks like it is. So we can go straight down. Oh, some extra mobs over here. So it might be self-explanatory, but we're definitely killing all of the magical, rares, unique mobs, because they all have a chance to drop gold. Random mobs, they do have a chance to drop gold, but it's very limited. And I'm not picking up every currency because I don't need every currency. Right. Here we are. So what's the place? Okay, this shipyard graveyard. Ship graveyard cave. Okay. Nice easy map this, to be honest. Not really much to worry about in here. Just have to run all the way to the end. There we go. Just dodge all of that. Trunk. Nothing good in the trunk. So just looking at how much money we've got. What level's this? Level 9. It's level 16. It's level 12. It's level 13. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's worth upgrading my gear at all. At the moment. When you get to Act 2, it will be. But at the moment, it's probably not worth upgrading my gear. So we definitely want to get some for a ring. I think the rings were 1,900. So they're not cheap. The belts were slightly less expensive. The amulet was like 2,000. So we've got a lot of grinding to do if we want either of them. Or we might not. We'll see how the Caverns of Wrath goes. If they're really easy, then we may not even have to do any grinding at all. Right, open the trunk. Okay, nothing good in there. We're just trying to get to the end of this cave. But I think there's a few uniques in the Caverns of Wrath, which we should be able to farm. Like I said, once we clear a map out once, I'll just farm it off recording, and then we'll jump back in once we get to the end of it. But when you get to the Caverns of Wrath, there should be a waypoint. I'll quickly pop back to town when we get to the waypoint to see exactly how much it's going to cost us to get either a belt or some form of jewellery. I think I'm leaning more towards getting a piece of jewellery rather than a belt. And I'm actually, in my mind, I'm actually leaning towards not using currencies, to be quite honest. But you guys let me know in the comments down below if I should use currencies. If I don't get any comments down below, which sometimes I don't get any comments at all, which is perfectly fine, I will probably just not use currencies, to be quite honest. It will make this a bit more of a struggle, but it's fine. It just means I have to do more grinding. There is one saving grace, is that when I get to level 50, which should be potentially in Act 2, that at level 50 I unlock the ability to do the what's it called? Is it King's Marsh? King's Ward. King's something. Your own city, your own town. You get to develop your own town. And developing your town, if you put all of your ore and all your resources into developing your mine will give you passive gold over time, from what I understand. So that will be what we focus on. So we just need to get to level 50. Which is easier said than done. There we go. Shame we can't kill Fairgraves again, because that was not too bad of experience. So we keep an eye out for the unique that will appear, but we also want to make our way to the next map. So next map is normally across. You just follow the wall. Normally, it will take you there. So I know just a bit about how noobish I am about this game. I've only ever got to mapping once, and I only actually know Act 1. Like the back of my hands. I've done Act 1 so many times, with different hardcores and different ruthless characters. Once we get out of Act 1, I'm really just guessing. There we go, a bit of lag again. Nice. Right, okay, let's continue. Let's kind of make our way around to that wall. Or the cliff, it's not a wall. So I have actually, in my bank, you do start with a gem. The only movement skill you get in Ruthless is called Quicksilver. I have got that in my stash. I just keep forgetting to equip it. So I'm definitely going to go and pick it up next time I'm in town. Because Quicksilver is quite useful. It's the only movement skill you're allowed in Ruthless. So it does add up. When you're in quite a tricky situation, it's not a big movement skill. You dash about 7-8 feet ahead of you, which is not major. Right, let's just continue this all the way around. We'll find it at some point. And I normally always use Quicksilver, not Quicksilver. Quick Step is what it's called, not Quicksilver. There you go, don't need every single one of those. There's some guys over here, let's try and take these out. So I like these daggers because they don't just do. There you go. Hit this. This is what spawns the unique. That's quite tough. That could very well kill me. Has killed a couple of my hardcores in the past. You click this. This guy will spawn, the Drunken Corsair. There's 2 spirits that go into him. So you ideally want to do as much damage as you can before the spirits go into him. And just like that, he's down. 4 gold. I'll take 4 gold. Like you say, so 222. So I've gained about 50 gold in this last map and in the previous map, so it's not bad. Obviously you always want to try and grind at the highest level, just because there's more chance of gold dropping, and the gold that does drop will be a higher quantity, because at the beginning of the act the gold drops were about 1 to 2 gold on average, but getting 4 gold from these chests, every other chest, is huge. It's obviously doubling my the average gold I'm getting per loot. It's Caravan of Wrath. So here would normally be where I farm. Well, I'll get to Caravan of Wrath up until Mervale's lair. Then we'll do a bit of farming. Just want to double check what this reward is. And we should get a reward here. Oh, Book of Skill. We'll definitely take you. Thank you very much, game. Not going to say no to Book of Skill. And we're going to go increase physical damage. Yep, we'll take that. Should get Master of Blades by the time we fight Mervale. So the 4th one here, so it's 1,800, 3,000, 1,800. So we may not get an amulet, that's quite expensive. 1,800 reasonable. These are still 480, which is okay. So I don't think we need any other gear, to be honest. When you do buy your... Ooh, I don't know what this reward's for. Don't need Reeve, don't need Fire Trap, Blade Vortex, no. Don't need you. Essence Drain. No, don't need Essence Drain. Ice note, lightning trap note, volatile dead. I don't think there's any. The only good one here would be essence drain. It says it's AoE. Fires a projectile that applies damage over time when it hits. Yeah, we'll pick up essence drain. And we'll put that anywhere, I guess. And we'll see whether it's any good. Oh, I said I was going to pick up the dash as well. There you go, quick step. There you go, quick step's now on R. I'll show you what it's all about. So quick step always is small dash like that. Quite a long cooldown, but it's fine. So in Mervale's Caravan of Wrath all up to Mervale, there are a lot of chests around. First enemies you see, let's use Essence Drain on them. Okay, it actually does seem to do quite a lot of damage. It's probably going to be good against bosses, to be quite honest. Yes, there's a lot of chests here. I think there's at least 2 uniques on the way to the boss. And I don't know how long the grind's going to take, but I would like to get myself the next major node, which is this one. So I would like to at least get 2 more levels, maybe 3 more levels, so I can get probably 6% damage over time for bleeding. Oh no, I'm not bleeding them on paying them. I'd have a look, but I might want to get one of those as well. So it's 3 levels. It's reasonable. Then this level 12. It'll take a bit of grinding, but it's doable. Well, the enemies aren't difficult at all. Here we go. So treasure chest here. This will spawn some enemies. There you go. Throw that at them. Okay. That's not bad. Nice little haul there. That was just over 30 gold. Just need to do that 10, 20, 30, 50. I just need to do that 60 more times to get enough gold. This is going to take ages. We might actually be strong enough to go fight Mervale, to be honest, without us having to go get more gear. I think we are. When we get to our actual cave, we'll see how strong we are. Because it says 2 areas: Cavern of Wrath and Cavern of Anger. So 2 separate areas. We'll quickly clear this area, see if there's anything. There is also another unique in this region as well. This is level 13, so the bosses will be level 14-ish. So it'll be 4 levels higher. We are still getting a little bit of experience from these. But the bar is going up relatively... the bar is going up. So we might farm this at least until we get to that node we wanted, so 2 levels. The one thing we need to be careful with is these unstable larvae, these red mobs. They are actually quite difficult, and they have a good chance. So if they get to me, they will explode, and that will probably kill me because they do a lot of damage. That's good. I've got good AoE. I've got obviously this skill splinters and hurts more than 1, which is always useful. I'd like to find the unique here, to be honest. Yeah, I think we'll probably level up by the time we get to Mervale. Then we'll just farm this until we get to until we get 2 more levels. Well, 1 level after we get. So we need 2 levels in total. There we go. Down there we'll go. Okay, there's the cave up here. Maybe the unique is this way. There is treasure here. This is a sign that you get into Mervale. We see treasure everywhere. But we will now go and do a bit of farming. We'll come back once we get to level 20. Yeah, I don't think we're going to wait for any gear. I think we're good to go. And the cost of jewellery will always remain quite high. So I think that's something we're just going to have to live with. And I'm happy with all the gear we've got. Maybe if I get any gear, I'll get new boots. But it's not required. We should be okay. So we'll see you after. It's probably going to take me about... Oh, see what I mean? Absolutely dire. If I get tracked by a load of those, there's a very good chance I can die. Just like that. Let's make sure I don't die. So, we are now level 21. We've got ourselves to this node down here. We've got Master of Blades and we have Physical Mastery. Our next goal will probably be Blood Drinker, but we're going to go this way up. Life and Energy, Dexterity, and go that way. Because once I get Blood Drinker, I'm going to make our way down to From the Shadows. Once we've got From the Shadows, we will then move back up here, grab Resourceful, and make our way probably to this node here. Then we will grab what we need to up here. So we've got ourselves 886 gold. This is actually quite a good money maker. Each time I clear both of these maps, I get about 80 gold, which is the best amount of money I've been getting so far. So we're going to head into Merveil's lair. We're going to take her out. We're going to see whether this makes any money, because she should drop something. I hope that we're ready for this. Doesn't feel like we are. Okay, that should be her phasing out of this. As I say, should be. Let's quickly take on all of our ads. Get some of our potions back. And I tend to find her first phase is the hardest phase. There we go. Phase 1 over. Oh, right, phase 2. Let's put everything on her. Put Life Siphon on her as well. Okay. So here is where we need to be careful. There we go. So they're all down. Perfect. Another Life Siphon on her. Ouch, that hurt a lot. Right, okay. I've got to make sure I don't stand next to her when she does that screech. And there we go. Down she goes. Ooh, rapier would be nice. Anyway, besides the point, she gave us very little gold, so that we probably won't farm her to get gold. But that is us completing Act 1. We'll make our way into the Southern Forest and make our way to the forest encampment. Now end today's episode. Because I'm assuming that this place will start to give us some decent gold. Mainly because it's better, well, it's obviously a higher level area than where we were farming before. 8 gold so far, not bad, not bad. Those are just from the junk mobs. Obviously we haven't bought any rings or anything like that, or a sash. Because of how tough Merveil was, I'm not very confident of farming her at least. Whereas I was quite confident in fighting Brutus, as I was able to just run away. We may need a couple more levels before we just farm Merveil. Right, we want to get out of this. There's a lot of mobs here. Let's drop some AoE down. Okay, there's a lot of monkeys here. A lot of monkeys. Okay, I want to take him out now. Okay, drop Sniper's Mark on him. Can we tank his attacks? Looks like we can, because he's not actually hitting us. Just like that. No gold there, but that's fine. Making our way to the forest encampment, we should fight another unique, or 2 uniques. But there are a lot more magical and blue and yellow mobs here. I don't know what they're classed as. Magical rare mobs? They're not unique. Yeah, I think they're magical rare. At least that's what I'm going to be calling them. Okay, just want to make it move once or twice. Throw a load of Cobra Lashes. There we go. There's the other unique we were looking for. And And just like that, this could be the quickest way of getting money if we can go back this way. Because the forest encampment's just here. I don't think we can go back this way, however. Into the forest encampment. If we can go back, this could be the quickest way of getting money. Because if that unique is normally near the exit, there he is. And he's not particularly tough. There we go. This is the quickest way of making money. There we go. That was about 40 gold right there. And back in, back out, reset the map. And he is normally near the exit. So once again, same map again. Here he is. Yeah, we have a money maker. There we go. Another 39 gold. Just as quick as that. So we are actually going to farm this a lot. So hopefully by the start of next episode, we should be able to give ourselves hopefully new gear. Maybe not full gear. Maybe just give ourselves one ring and then just a bit of everything else. But that's going to be for next week. Between now and then, we'll probably farm a lot. Obviously, we're at 1020. This isn't really for... We're not going to get very many levels out of this, although he will give us some experience. Yeah, a smidgen of experience. Oh, there's a rare here as well. Perfect. Okay, don't really want to stand in these, although I think our resistances are actually quite good. And there we go, a little bit more money there. Perfect. And so what's our resistances at the moment? Oh, no, our resistances are not good at all. Gotcha. Let's avoid those if we can. So there we go. Fair bit of money. Let's see how much everything costs. Let's see where the gamble merchant is here. There should always be one in every single map. He's not him. Don't think it's... Oh, it's silk. Okay. So these haven't changed in price, which is good. But a random rune dagger and a random dagger. I think we still want a random dagger. These increased in price. Still no increase in price there. No increase there. And these are still ridiculously expensive. But we'll at least get ourselves maybe a belt, maybe a ring before next week. So you've made this far. Thank you much for watching. Made it for Act 1. That is only... I can't remember how many acts there are. Is it 10 acts? Only a tenth of the way there. I don't know how we're going to do mapping, to be honest. But we are level 21, so we are nearly halfway there to being able to unlock the... let's see. Let's just double check what level it is. King's March. Yeah, it needs to be level 50. So once we unlock it level 50 on one character on Ruthless, we're unlocking all of them on this mode. So that'd be useful, because then if we do this again in the future, which we probably will, hopefully I'll end up doing it on a stream. Once I get my streaming ability back up, then that'd be great. As per usual, made this far, thank you much. A couple links down in the description down below. First one is to the Discord, the community Discord. Small community, slowly growing. You're all more than welcome to join. Also have two YouTube channels down below. One is the Mrs Rothmers YouTube channel called One Nerd to Rule Them All. It's all about fantasy lore, whether you like Lord of the Rings, some Warhammer lore. She covers that type of stuff. Also have a joint YouTube channel called One Nerdy Miniatures, which is all about fantasy lore, whether it's some Warhammer. Nope, Nerdy Miniatures is all about the Warhammer tabletop, but we're battling, building, painting, doing a load of random stuff and tutorials about the Warhammer stuff. So if you would like that type of stuff, have a look over there. Let's have a wonderful day, everyone, and as per usual, peace out.